Hi, I'm Lindsay, and today it is finally time for me to talk about the man, the love of my life, Richter from Frieren. This is the long-awaited kind of compilation video of my journey of my love for this man from Frieren, who was very much a side character in the last arc of the first season. He was taking the test just like everyone else, wanted to become a first-class mage, but he had an interesting personality. You meet Richter and feelings happen whether you want it or not. So, interestingly enough, my journey with him started with hate and ended in obsession. And I like to divide my feelings on Richter in general into 3 categories. And it's kind of a timeline of my feelings on him as a character. So I'd say era 1 is the era of hate. That's the let's kill those kids phase, where he is introduced on a team with Denkin and Laufen, and I'm kind of like, He immediately is like, Denkin, yeah, fight Frieren. While you do that, I'm gonna kill one of these kids. And Denkin's like, please no, please don't. And he doesn't, but, he says it, and it sounds like he means it, so it's like, ugh. And then we have category 2, which is the respect era. The era where I'm like, oh, you are a working man. I like you more now. And you'll see, my feelings on him change quite a bit during this era, where I'm confused, I'm conflicted, I'm like, I kind of like you, but I'm not sure about you yet. And then by the end of that era, I'm like, well, I pretty much just love Richter at this point. And I will interject with my feelings throughout of how I was feeling then and random thoughts about whatever. And yeah, and then we have era 3, which is, my full-blown obsession with this man. My friend and I recently made a smash cake. If you don't know what a smash cake it is literally a cake where you make like a video or something of you putting characters like on sticks on the cake of all the characters that you would smash from something. And as you can guess, Richter went right on the smash cake. Thank you, Richter. If you were real, I would have rocked your world. And so yeah, Richter, anyone who watched my Frieren videos, if they were to pick someone for me to put on the cake, I know everyone would know I pick Richter.
Yeah.
He is such a whatever character. Like, he is so whatever, but I got so attached to this man that I named 2 videos after him.
Oh my god.
And everyone wants me to make a compilation of all the moments I freak out about Richter.
I love it.
He's barely on screen, but I'm obsessed.
I love it.
All right. I'm down bad for this man. But yeah, era 3 is full-blown obsession. When he is on screen, he's all I can talk about. When he's off screen, he's all I want to talk about. And it's a problem, and you will see how often I bring him up. If you watched my anime reactions, you all know my obsession with this man. He is so whatever of a character. Like, he's just so whatever. But yet I chose to obsess over him. And I didn't choose it. He chose me, And I think a lot of it just stemmed from the fact that he was, middle-aged man in a job where he just wants more. He wants to do more with his life. And he wants to become a first-class mage. But the thing is, unlike a lot of other characters, we don't get a lot of insight into why Richter wants to do these things, why he wants to become a first-class mage. Or he explains a lot about all this and the special privilege, and it seems like he really is dedicated to getting that special privilege. So yeah. And something else I appreciate about him is that he just does the test. He does the test, and the next day he works while everyone takes a day off. He literally gets stabbed and then goes to work the next day. I just respect it. I respect it. Like, he's just like, you know what? I have to work. And yes, he's sassy. And yes, he's not very nice to a lot of the characters. But there's a cuteness to him. There's a there's a bit of just me, maybe. I don't know. There's a bit of a cuteness. But anyways, let us begin here talking about Richter. What I want to start talking about is the first era of Richter in what I call the era of hate.
And while your gaze is diverted, I'll kill a kid.
So the first time I ever actually even addressed Richter or what he says was a time where he's sassing Denkin in episode 19. And it's the first time I ever actually talk about him to him. And I'm already fed up with the man. So here you go. Frieren will tell you that. Whoa, he's weak? He's not weak. Come on. I need to see Denkin do something. I need to see it. And then we have episode 20, which is pretty famous for him because that's the episode where he's like, while you're busy, I'll kill a kid. Horrible impression of this man to start off. Like, really bad impression of this man to start off here. He is just... I can't defend this. Sir, you're not going to win, but... yeah. Whoa! We don't need to kill. We don't need to kill them. Good for you. What do you do? Yeah, don't kill him. Thank you. No, he's not. I just... Something I do like about Richter, actually, too, in this beginning here, and I will play the whole clip here, is that Richter is a lore dumper. Like, he loves to just talk lore, and he loves to talk about facts. He loves to talk about magic history. You can tell, and, you know, at this point I don't like him, but you can tell this man loves magic. Like, he knows everything. I feel like he knows so much about magic. He knows so much that the others don't know. The special privileges of Zarya, about the other first class mages. He knows his stuff. And he talks about it later, other things later too. But he just, I appreciated that about him. Here I didn't, because it was like, oh my god, I'm being blasted with information, because that's what he does. But I appreciate now that Richter really just lore dumps like crazy. And I love it. The older people know. Okay. Oh, finally! Finally! I have been waiting for her introduction. Oh. Any one spell they desire. Oh shit, that art is beautiful. Interesting. She is so small. Yeah. Whoa, her hair is so crazy. They have wings. What's happening? Oh. Right, okay. Sir, you need to shut the hell up. Don't kill them. Yeah, come on. Thank you, Denkin. I knew I liked you. He's just a nerd, okay? He's just a magic nerd, and I love that for him. He can cause earthquakes. Damn. Okay, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty wild. That's kind of intense. Oh my gosh, the bird. The young are too hot-blooded. And I would say the time where Richter, actually is in episode 20, where Richter's name really did stick with me, because it clued into me that his name, Richter's scale, and he moves Earth, like the whole thing. I was like, oh my god. And then from then on, I was like, his name is in my brain. I remember it now. That because of that, she is like a mini grimoire, kind of. Richter. Oh, Richter, and he causes earthquakes, like the Richter scale. That is, I should have recognized that like right away. Ah, okay. Damn. When that just clued in for me, I was like, okay. My type in the show so far has been Stoltz and then Denkin. Totally different characters, but you know. And girl, did that change. I'll talk about it later. But it changed from those two to pretty much just Richter. Oh my god. Okay, so next up in episode 21, Richter finally fights Lavigne and Kane. And they are at a disadvantage right now because of the barrier is still there and they don't have rain and all that. So Richter kind of is like destroying them. And I'm like worried about the girls at this point too, because he's like, I am very intense and kind of scary. He also just to me seems like angry for what reason at this point. I was like, why are you so mad? What are you so mad about? That is so sweet. Oh my god, these girls, I fear they will be destroyed. Bro, what's your problem? And then he talks about defensive magic again. Like, again, lore dump Richter. That's what he does. He loves magic. He loves to talk about it. I love it. Too complex. I still don't like you. And even here in this episode, Denkin, Sister Frieren, it's like Richter is fully like willing to kill those kids if he has to. He can make those kinds of choices, unlike a lot of other people. Scary. Kind of interesting. I wonder what he would be like as a first-class mage. I knew I liked him for a reason. Seems like he is. I don't know if they can just break the barrier though. He is. He's a little crazy. So after the fight, I cheer on Frieren for patting the girls on the head, and I think this is one of the moments where I'm like, "Oh, Richter, Richter, you tried your best." I warmed up to him slightly because he lost, and he was just like, whatever about it. He's like, "Ah, shit. Oh well." And I don't know. I love that he didn't get mad. He was just kind of like, ugh, fine. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, Richter, you tried. You tried. And at the end there, where Denkin decides that throwing hands is the way to get through this, I acknowledge that in that moment, Richter is capable of it. And guys, I think we can agree here. We were robbed of this whole fight. Tell me you don't wish that you had seen Denkin and Richter beat up these two guys who were willing to fight. I wish I had seen that fight. I need some kind of fan animation of them fighting. I need to see Denkin throwing hands because that was quite the uppercut. And I want to see Richter fist fight. I need to see it. Richter is kind of like scary, like murderous looking. Denkin, what are you gonna do? I love him. They've got nothing left. They gonna still fight though? We're doing some hand-to-hand combat! Right? Oh my god, I love Denkin. I love him. I love him. This is a man. Yes! Lavigne Kane versus Richter. Richter he's cold. And that's the end of the very short era of hate. It is not very long because we get into episode 22, which begins the era of, oh, he's a working man.
A demented old man dragged me into a fistfight over a silly bird.
Okay, so now we enter the area of respect, and it starts with episode 22, where the mages, they're done the first test, they have the day off, they're all chilling, except for Richter, who I found out, is working. He owns, or at least works in, like, a potion shop that is really cool. potion shop. It's just a magic shop. He is fixing something for an old lady, and she gives him sugar, and it's just so cute because I guess he's just been doing that for so long. We all know him around there. And it gave me a lot of insight into his character that I liked a lot more, that I was not expecting. So this is the point where I was like, I don't know how I feel about you, Richter, but I at least appreciate that you're a working man. So, yeah. Oh, little potion shop. Oh my god. Richter works there? Good for him. He's like, I got a 9 to 5, but I'm still trying to take this test. Oh, look at him. Nice to see him. Nice to see him outside the test. Are they just sugar cubes? Oh, she's known him that long? Aww. Oh, it is so sweet. What, does he like sugar? Don't be so cold to them. You've been through a lot. He's awesome. Richter's like, I gotta work. You can do it, Denkin. I believe in you. You're awesome and I love you. Richter, I don't believe in you as much, but I appreciate that you're a working man. And I liked Richter at this point. I was respecting him a lot more and looking forward to his character more. I got to see Richter, who's just like a working man. He's got a job. You know what? I like him more and more now. I like him more now just knowing he's like, I gotta work my job, okay? I can't just like, so many of them are just like, I don't have jobs. And he's just like, look, I have to run this shop. And I'm going to take the test too. But also I have to run my shop. So I can't just be going anywhere. I don't know. I respect that. I respect him more. I love Denkin. And then by episode 23, I was pretty convinced that he was like one of my favorite characters already. Just like that. That's how much I flip. Still not at the obsession era because I wasn't like thinking about him all the time, but I was still like very interested in him and like where he was gonna go. I mean, I didn't know at this point that he was gonna fail the test, but yeah, still looking forward to him at this point. We had Denkin. Oh my god, Richter, my new favorite character, Richter, the working man, the guy who's like, oh my god, there's all these kids taking this test. I am a grown-ass man, and I'm working my job and doing this, and I just like him. I respect him. Come on, you two. She's scared. Richter is like, do I really need to do this? I already have a job. I love Richter. I really like him. And I like how in this second test that Richter and Denkin really stuck together. I like that Richter kind of agreed with Denkin that it was smartest for them to work together, even though Richter to me seems like a bit of a lone wolf, like that other guy in the test that was like, I don't need friends, and walked away. Richter is stuck with Denkin in the group because he's pragmatic, he's practical. He knows that in this kind of situation working together is the best idea, and he's a smart guy, and he's perfect, and I love him. Okay, come on. They beat you in a fight, sir. What are you going to do about it? You guys may as well work together. Yeah, so at this point, I was getting into the little facets of his personality. I liked his big coat. Also, I love how big his jacket is. Like, it's huge for no reason. I liked that during the test, I wanted to see more from him, see what he could do. Look at Richter in the back like, Always thinking. Affirming my love for Denkin. So, yeah, I like him a lot. Although I wasn't expecting to like Richter as much as I do. I just like that he's so, like, logical. There's, like, a bit of an emotion to him. I found it interesting how he was watching Levine and Kane walk in. Like, I wonder what his feeling was there. And also, at episode 23 is when I realized he's corporate Richter. And I really respected and appreciated that. I don't know. He's a weird guy. Corporate Richter. Just trying to work his job and take this test. He did smile in this episode, though. He did smile. I got to see when they're all strategizing what to do against Frieren. I also like in episode 24 how, once again, he lore drops. Or he explains magic to us. about restraint magic and hypnosis magic are better for defeating a stronger mage. So once again, the man is knowledgeable, and I like that. Oh. Okay, Richter, by the book, Richter. And I know Richter was just guarding the door, okay? I know he was guarding the door, but in my brain, as someone who's getting attached to him, I just like that it seemed awkward. Like, they were probably, I could see them being like, wait, Richter, why are you sitting over there? And he's like, well, someone's gonna guard the door just in case. And they're like, well, we're right here anyways. And he's like, well, whatever, I'll just sit here anyways. I don't need to sit with you guys. I could just see him choosing to do that to himself. And then being like, well, you don't really have to. And he's like, I'm going to do it anyways. Richter, why won't you just sit with them? What is wrong with... Oh, and Zen's is over there on her own. But yeah, but that makes sense. Richter, be part of the group, you weirdo. I love him, though. And look, I continue to love Richter. What can I say? I love that he's not sitting with them. Like, he probably, like, they're so far away. How can he even hear what they're talking about? Like, is he just watching the door in case something happens? I don't know. They're all sitting in a circle. There's a spot available for him, but he sits so far away. If he's sitting and watching the door, I understand. I get it. But still, if he just chooses to sit there by himself, why are you like this? Oh, Richter, you're hilarious. I just find him so funny. I love him so much. Of course, Denkin's like my guy. If I had to pick my favorite three male characters right now, it would be Denkin, Stoltz, and Richter. And Stoltz wasn't even doing anything. I just love him. Richter is so entertaining. And he doesn't even have to do anything. So I decided that after episode 24, watching this all back, watching my reactions back, episode 25 was when I went from, I like him, I want to see more of him. And by the end of episode 24, I was like, I love him. Episode 25, it was like, I love this man so much. I want to talk about him every second. And I was like, okay, this is an obsession at this point. So now we are entering the third era, which I like to call the I love him era.
It's a good staff and well maintained. Someone has clearly taken great care of it.
And thus begins the full-blown obsession that I have with this man that becomes... I mean, there's not many episodes left, but it's definitely a prominent theme for the rest of the show for me. That when he is on screen, I am like screaming, and when he's off screen, I'm like, where is he? So... yeah, I got a problem. They're planning it all out right now in a little circle besides Richter, who is so kindly watching the door, probably like doesn't want to be part of it. My love for Richter grows every episode. It's annoying. I love him. Did not expect to enjoy Richter so much. Anyways. No, Dunce took what Richter's spot would have been. Something that I love about this episode in particular with Richter is the fact that Levine and Kane show up and, you know, they clash finally again with their words. Levine cuts him deep by calling him an old man. They're very experienced. Where's Werbel? Come on, where's Werbel and his team? They're all gonna meet up here. Ah, Richter. Always lecturing these two. Yeah, like you guys were trying to like kill each other at one point. True. She really doesn't like you. Well, she's wrong, but it's okay. I love him. I love him so much. He got way too much enjoyment out of that. I love little silly Richter moments. And it's really funny. And Richter just takes it with like a smile. He's just like, well, no one's called me like that in a while. And Denkin's like, I don't think she likes you very much. And he's like, well, still, she probably shouldn't call me old. And that he does it, he's like, I don't want them to say it to my face. It hurts. And she apologizes. And then they get to like work together. And I think that's great. And he also gets to join the group, which I love. He was finally sitting with them and strategizing. And I was like, yes, Richter. It was just a short clip, but I was like, yes, you get it, Richter. Fast, but Frieren's detection time is still very... Oh my gosh, Richter, you're so adorable. He's part of the group now! Richter's part of the group! I love it. And then I do appreciate, and I talk about it at the end of the episode, I appreciate that they were able to put the last fight somewhat behind them and move on. And kind of have to work together. And we'll talk about it in the next episode. But he kind of encourages Levine a bit, which I appreciate. But yeah, it was a good episode for him, for sure. It was funny. And I find Richter kind of a fun character, even though he's so serious. There's like a part of him that just like, he has a very dry humor. And it clicks with me really well. I like it a lot. I understand why Levine and Kane would not want to go with them as a group because Richter was like trying to kill them at some point. But they also beat him in a fight, so they do not like Richter. It's hilarious. Calling him an old man. I've learned in this series that if you call someone an old hag or an old man, that they will remember that. But Richter seems to have like kind of pushed it off a little. He seems like that's the only time he's ever had any enjoyment. I don't know. I've seen him smile a couple times, but he just seems to find the situation kind of funny. So that's good. I'm glad he can have a sense of humor about things. And I'm glad that he joined the group and started strategizing with them. So I love Richter. I love him. I love Denkin and Richter so much. And then again in episode 26, because every episode now at the beginning, I have to remind everyone here that my obsession with Richter just gets larger and larger, and it's becoming out of control. So, yeah. And all I know is that my love for Richter grows and grows. Is he a perfect man? No. Do I love him? Yes. I don't know why. And then getting to see Levine and Richter have to work together, even though they've had obviously problems because he's like, I'm going to kill him. And they work together decently well. It's an interesting pair up. But I actually really liked it. So yeah. And I like that he like kind of encouraged her when they both got stabbed. But, we'll talk about it in a second. Richter's like, round 2, let's kill them. Oh my god. Yeah, they beat you that one time. Look at them working together now. Oh! Yeah, so Richter gets stabbed. And Levine, and oh my god, I lose my damn mind over it. I am so upset. I'm now everything to me. I'm like, he's not gonna pass his test. He's not gonna become a first-class mage. But I do, however, appreciate that he encourages Levine, who is obviously upset, and is just like, look, it's just 3 years. We can do this. Again, in 3 years, we can do it. So, I mean, he's got to tell himself that too, but I like that. It's a good moment for him. Even though he lost there, and I was like, no. Pair. Yeah. Richter, no! No! Oh, she's such a problem. She can control her mana like that. Break your bottle, girl. Break your bottle. Please, for the love of God. Use ice. Use ice? The test. Richter's like, I can't lose my everyday job to this. Denkin! About to come in clutch. Hell yeah. No! Richter's out of the test! No! Not my best boy. I think Richter kind of acts as like a bit more of an uncle character sometimes. Not exactly nice, but like a bit removed. But I like that in that scene, he's like, Levine, you should know that you should break your bottle. You're old enough to understand that. It does feel like a bit of a lecture, and I like it a lot. And then dry humor coming back up. The end of the episode, Adele, Queen, by the way, who has never talked to Richter before. He's like getting healed by the golem, and she's like, isn't this impressive? The golem can heal as well. And he's like, yeah, who are you? I love that. I love how that's what ends the episode. It's great. It's perfect. Can you even use healing magic? Oh, that. Oh, yay! Richter's so cute. Richter and Adele. Who are you? What did he say that? That's like the first time they met, and she's like, "Look how impressive this is," and he's like, "I don't even know you. Thank you for talking to me, but like, who are you even?" I like, because like Richter seems so serious, but he's included in so many like silly conversations, so I just appreciate him. And then I freak out when the next episode is talked about, because Richter is the thumbnail for the next episode. Oh my gosh, this girl is down bad at this point. The era of humans. Oh, the ages of the elves. Oh my god, the thumbnail is Richter. Get it. There is one comment that I got about my obsession with Richter that sticks with me forever, and it's actually one of my favorite comments I've got on my YouTube channel. So if you watch this video and you remember that comment, thank you. But it was just your love for Richter is certainly interesting. It just sticks with me so much because I didn't even get it either. But that's a comment that, like, when I think about the Frieren reactions that I think about often is that one comment. My obsession with Richter is bizarre and probably weird, but like Denkin is genuinely like a good person. Adele and Richter at the end is so cute. I love it. I love it so much. She's like, it's impressive that this golem guy can heal you as well. And he's like, yeah, that's great, but also who are you? He's included in such silly moments, and it's just, I like when like those straight-faced characters, the ones that like never smile, are just included in silly moments, you know, and that was a nice little thing. So episode 27 time. Holy moly, that's a big one. So we start off episode 27, and I'm immediately upset because I know Richter has lost, and in my mind I'm like, I'm not gonna see him, but oh girl, was I wrong. I was so wrong. But like a few people managed to pass that test, and Richter was one of them. Richter was one. That made me upset because I wanted him. I like him. I wanted him to do well. But yeah, him and Levine and then a few other people, they did not pass. So whatever. Some people managed to pass. I meant to say some people did not manage to pass. And Richter was one of them. I'm not happy about it. So I don't know what I was saying there. At one point in the episode, near the beginning, they cut to Richter's magic shop again. And Denkin and Laufin are there. Denkin's kind of giving him a speech about how it's okay that he failed and how he's still young in his eyes and, you know, can get better. He's only going to get stronger from this. And he's like, you know, I was exactly like you at your age. Like, I was so much like you. And I like that he sees himself a lot in Richter. I think that's great because I love Denkin. And it's encouraging for a character like Richter who, especially watching this all back, I'm like, he is very capable. He's very strong. So if he's just going to get stronger, I'm down. I'm down to see it. So yeah, this is a great scene. And honestly, the fact that he was on screen was enough for me. So. Oh, it's the staff. Yes, this is my boy. Okay. He's back to work. He's back to work the next day. And I have to, of course, pause it at one point just to marvel at him, his beauty that I see. I just wanted to pause it here so we could all just marvel at Richter for a second. He looks great. He looks tired. I love him. He's like, I just like almost died yesterday, but you know what? The shop still has to open. Someone still has to work. I'm that guy, okay? I gotta work. I gotta make money. Good for you. Richter is just always on that grind. I don't know why I'm attracted to this man. But yeah, it's so weird. And then I do respect that he's like, oh, you know what, Denkin? Some people have to work. I mean, Denkin works, so like he gets it. But he's like, you know what? People have to work to make a living for themselves. So I have to just keep on trucking, and I like it. But okay. He's mad. Yeah, you gotta work. People have to work to make a living. Yeah. You can be in a bad mood, you still gotta work. Such is the way of life. But of course, in typical Richter fashion, he has to still take a dig at Dinkin's age, being like, you might die before getting your first class mage approval. Richter, come on, read the room, sir. But still, it's just also his dry humor, I think. Is this the last time I'm gonna see Richter? No! Oh, don't say that. Oh, okay. So cute. Oh, it must be nice to be called young instead of being called old. Richter's got a soft side to him. They are similar. Oh, he's got a future ahead of him. Yeah. It's true. Keep working on it. And then I was very upset because I thought that was it. I thought, hey, I wouldn't see him again, and I was not expecting it. And it makes sense because Frierin's staff was destroyed. But before that, we have this beautiful moment of Richter just like leaning back and looking up, and I was just like, he looked so good. He looked so good, and I was not expecting that at all. Richter, no! He didn't buy anything. Oh, Richter, damn. Okay. Shit. Oh, you look good right now. And then once that little part was over where I was like, beautiful. I thought that was it, but it wasn't. We got Frieren and Richter interaction, and I was like, hell yes. Yes, more Richter and Frieren interaction. Is he gonna fix her staff? And Frieren brought Frierin's staff to him to fix it, and I love it. I like that at first he's just like, ugh, this thing is so broken. He's like, I don't even want to do this. Like, he's just so combative about it. And as soon as Frieren's like, well, if you can't do it, then I'll bring it somewhere else. He's like, well, I never said I can't. I don't want to, but I never said I can't do it. She pressed the buttons and got him. Come on, man. Yes. He's like, I don't want to do it. Doesn't mean I can't do it. Doesn't mean I won't do it. Yes. Good for him. Then I like the moment afterwards where he's like, oh, Frieren, I'm sorry. It's a really good staff and well maintained. And I like that him saying that shows that how much Fern really appreciates her staff and how she takes such good care of it. And it's really nice to see. It's a great scene for Richter. It's like the nicest we see him. And he's being nice, but he's also being himself, like practical, logical, like he's being honest, but he also apologizes for being harsh at first. And I think that's a great moment for him, especially since, it's near the end of the season, and this is true. This is like the second last Richter scene that I get. He's a master at his craft. Let him do his thing. That's so cool. That is a really interesting ability. Yay! Oh, that's so sweet. Fern would take good care of his staff too. So then afterwards, Fern and Stark are on their walk after eating. I really like how Richter's shop is open morning to night. Damn, like he's closing up now. And I like how he has little displays all over the shop. Presentation is really nice. Richter, hell yeah. You're Frieren's kid. Oh my god, that's so cute. Fern, answer him. He's still working, holy. Yay, he fixed her staff, so Richter's always gonna be in the story as the one who fixed Fern's staff, and it looks as good as new. How he's just like, you're Frieren's kid. I just think that's so cute. And how he's like, well, he should have bought a new staff, but put some money in my pocket, and I just failed the test. I'm not even in a good mood right now, but I had to fix your staff. Ugh. But I knew what next time. He's just like typical Richter. But I like how he notices little things and how he's just like, you're Frieren's kid. I just think it's cute, and I think it's a great episode for him. It is just the beginning half of the episode before they get to the third test, but it felt like a great conclusion on this character for now that I was very happy with. Kane, you're not gonna pass, girl. I'm so sorry. I just don't see it for you right now. Like, you and Levine should pass together. Oh man, I would have loved to have seen Richter have a conversation with Sari. Richter, is that it for seeing Richter? I love how Denkin hyped up Richter being like, you know, in 3 years you're gonna get way stronger. I was once like an insolent youngster like you, but now I'm an Imperial mage. And, you know, maybe now you'll be first class mage. So it just shows that like I was like you once, and now look at me, look at what happened to me. That most certainly can be you one day. That most definitely can be you one day. Why wouldn't it be? That Denkin just hyping up Richter makes me happy. And Richter was such a sweetie in this episode. He really showed his nice side. Of course, it can't just be as simple but for him, but the fact that he fixed Fern's staff, oh, that makes me happy that, like, even when he's not going to be around, because I'm assuming he's just in the city, he has a shop that he works at, so he's not going to be traveling around, but, like, he will always kind of be a part of them because he fixed her staff. Oh, that's such a sweet gesture. I know it isn't like he's being sweet, nice, whatever, but it feels like that, and that's what I want to believe. So, why am I so in love with him? Like, why? What happened to me? And then when Kane goes to meet Zarya for the first time, I'm like, girl, I don't think you were going to pass. And I'm like, I wonder if Richter would have passed here. Like, what do you think? Do you think he would have done it? Part of me thinks that he would be unflinching, so I think that would give him an advantage. But I don't know if he's up to par with everyone else yet. But he's very strong, so I don't know. Okay, last episode. No Richter appearances except for the credits. Don't worry, I still managed to bring him up like 4 times, so let's do this. I bring him up in the intro where I am like, well, we're going to be saying goodbye to characters, but please don't take Richter from me. I'm assuming we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot of characters. I'm going to miss them all, especially Richter. And why him? Why did my brain get hooked onto him? Well, whatever. And then after the crew meets up with Kane and Levine the last time, reminds me of Richter. And I'm like, please, one more scene with him. I'm like begging at this point. Please, like, one more scene. And it's not happening. It's not happening. Aww. Okay, give me one more Richter. Please, for the love of God, I want to see Richter one more time. I will cry right now if I don't. Richter's gonna be there, right? He's right there saying goodbye for some reason. Oh, and then in the credits scene, luckily we get one shot of him and it's his back, and I literally flip out. Wait, is Lernan her grandpa? Holy shit. Richter! That's it. And then in the end, I just talk about the characters I simp for the most. Could not for the life of me pick my favorite character. I'd say simping-wise, it's definitely Richter and Stoltz. Kind of Denkin. Those 3. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I have to say on Richter and my love for him. I have no idea who's going to enjoy this video, but I enjoyed watching this. I think it was really interesting to see my progression with certain characters, especially Richter, obviously, but learning about different characters as well and forming opinions on them that are very different now. So I think it's interesting to go back and watch things like piece by piece like this and kind of pick apart those feelings I have for certain characters. I really enjoyed doing this, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll do it for other favorite characters eventually that maybe in the manga or something. Last thing I'm wondering is, okay, if you're watching all the way to the end, I want to know, what do you think if Richter passed? And became a first class mage, what do you think his special privilege he was going to ask for was? I think, personally, it's something similar to what Fern asked for. It's something practical for everyday use. I could see him doing that. I could see him like tapping into that that dark side and getting some crazy powerful spell. But knowing him and being kind of like, you know, a working man, I could see him wanting a privilege that is just convenient for him. Maybe it's a cleaning spell, you know, maybe something like that. I could see him doing something like that. But yeah, I'm very curious. What do you think Richter's special privilege would be? What kind of spell do you think it would be? It's very important to me. But yeah, if you enjoyed this weird ass video, I appreciate it. Thank you. And Richter, I love you. You're the best. You're the best boy for me here, and I'll always love you. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.